It's Tracey and Noelle. They're gonna make you LOL on 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk.
Hello, and welcome to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. This is episode 113. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, Noelle Winters Herzog.
Hi, Tracey.
Hey, Noelle. If you don't know who we are, you should, because we are absolutely famous on stereo. We have a stereo show called Trash Talk After Show every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the brand new app Stereo. We have so much fun. How do you get stereo? You go down to the link in the show notes. You click on the link and you're going to download stereo. You're going to follow me at Trixie Tuzini and Noelle at Noe Girl. This is entirely free.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We have so much fun, and you could interact with us live about anything that you want. It doesn't have to be show related. It could be not show related.
Right. Or it could be something that you wish we would have spoken about on the show.
Yeah. It could have been anything you want. So now we'll see you Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you download the Stereo app. It's very, very important. I don't have that much housekeeping today. I have a little bit of housekeeping. I do want to remind everyone that 16 and Pregnant is back for a limited time, and it is going to be on our Patreon at patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast. There are over 200 episodes of bonus content. A lot of people say, like, we don't get enough of you and Noelle.
How is that possible?
Well, I'll tell you how it's possible, because they're not Patreon members.
Oh, you right.
And they haven't downloaded Stereo. So with Stereo, we've been doing Stereo for like 2 months now. So we have a ton of shows that you guys could catch up. You can listen at any time afterwards. So go over there, catch up on that, catch up on Patreon episodes. You're going to be entertained for years.
I mean, we're going to make you LOL.
Whether you like it or not. You could try to resist, but you can't. We're here to talk about 90 Day Fiance Season 8, Episode 15. I feel like things are really wrapping up.
I think things are finally wrapping up. I'm ready for them to wrap, but you know, I find it very disturbing. This week, I actually paid attention to how many days until wed.
Yes.
And it was like, some people, like, how is it so jagged? And like, I don't understand. Some people are 2 days, some people are 30 days. Like, how? I don't understand the show.
I know. And I think that it's just all different timelines because of their K1 visas.
I guess, but it's like, I feel like, why can't they have everybody on the same timeline here? Like,
because I don't think that the government really cares about the production.
No, I know that. I'm saying, like, they film. It's not like it's just live. Like, they film it all and edit it all, so it can't be like week 1 for everyone, week 2 for everyone. I
do think it should be like that. But
yeah, me too.
Listen, if you work on 90 Day Fiance, or if you're a producer, if you're the storyline producer, just call me. Call us.
I mean, she's got a lot of ideas, you know?
We both have a lot. You know what? Just listen to the podcast. Don't even call me. Don't waste my time. We're going to jump into it with Jovi, Hovi, Yovi, and Yara.
Yovi and Yara.
All 4 of them.
Jovi, Hovi, Yovi. It's a lot.
Okay, so I'm going to say one sentence. It's everything you need to know. Jovi is not attentive to her, and she's mad about it. Next couple.
Okay, that's been the storyline. Tracey, good summary. That's the whole storyline.
Okay, moving on. The episode's done. So follow us on
Mike
social
and
media.
Natalie fight. Zietta Rebecca fight. Like, hello.
All right, so he doesn't put her first. She's tired. She wants to not. I did enjoy this. I like that she faked her own death in the cab.
Oh, she was dead in the cab. I like it.
Because she said, I'm tired, but also I don't want to talk to him and his friends.
Can you blame her though?
No,
I don't want to.
All.
But you know what? Like I told you before, I don't hate him. She is now starting to annoy me. Like, I get it. You're miserable, gloom and doom.
Right. But, and he keeps saying, I wish you would cheer up. But also, like, he's just there for his friends. She said, I can't believe we're getting married tomorrow and you have no rings, no suit, and we have no marriage license.
Right. But also, you're still the one that wants to marry him. You know what I mean?
So I know,
it's
but
like,
does she want to marry him, or does she have a baby inside of her and she can't turn back? That's
I think, I think that's definitely part of it for sure. But I don't know. It's weird with these two. I actually feel like they kind of love each other.
Well, they go to the Pitch and Putt, apparently. I don't know. This was some kind of theme restaurant that looked like a golf course.
Oh, Peggy Sue's 50s Diner. Okay. Is this what was in Pee-wee's Big Adventure? with all the big dinosaurs.
Oh.
That's what I was thinking.
Was it? Oh, maybe it was.
Yeah.
She said that she's stuck in the desert at some theme restaurant.
It does sound shitty.
I know, but it's like you're stuck in the desert.
Well, I
That's pretty funny.
guess.
So she calls her friend Lyra,
Mhm.
and she doesn't pick up. Okay, bye.
Right, bye. Good friend.
And now they're in another car, and Sarah's like, "Oh, so are you guys gonna get a prenup?" Sarah, shut up.
Sarah, literally nobody likes you. Like nobody even invited you.
Nope.
Really?
So they're all gonna go to the bar to hang out, and she says something that is summing up everything that I feel as well. She's like, "This is like not my wedding. This is your birthday party."
Okay, I get it, but I just also feel like you've been with him for like a while now, a few
Mhm.
years. Like this is him.
Yeah,
You know,
I
you
don't
know
know.
this.
Yeah,
Not that he's right. He's not
No.
right, but
he's not right.
this is who he is.
He's definitely not right. He's not right in the head.
You're not right in the mouth.
He's not right. Sorry, guys. I just
Tracy
lost
just
it.
had a little choking moment.
I just lost it. He's gonna be the same. If you like it, then stay. If you don't
Mhm.
like it, then you should probably leave.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it is. I mean, I think that they're already there. So, like, why not just get married? You know?
Oh, for funsies. Speaking of getting married for funsies, let's talk about Mike and Natalie. It's their wedding day.
This gave me anxiety watching this. Like, I didn't like this.
It's their wedding. What happened?
It's like
What
it went from shitty to like doomsday.
Okay,
You know what I
so-
mean?
It's her wedding day, and she's staying overnight in Seattle so that she could fly to France in the morning. I feel like we missed a step.
You know, it's weird because on this show they show us everything, but they didn't show us them
Mhm.
calling off the wedding.
Yeah, very weird. So Bo comes out to say goodbye to her in just his leather vest.
That was nice though.
He's sweet. He apologizes to her, and he goes, "All right, have a safe trip. Keep in touch." And she goes, "I will not keep in touch."
But I like that she's like, sorry that I was afraid of you. You're a nice man.
Yes,
That was
okay,
really
but
nice.
She also said, "I will not keep in touch."
Good for her. No contact is the way to go sometimes, you know? Good for her.
There's so many things that she says, and she's so direct that I'm like, so rude, but also I wish I could say things like that.
I love it. I like that she's kind of direct, except when she's like being a jerk, but I like
Yeah.
how direct she is.
Okay, so she's crying, and he's like, "I'm so sorry." Okay, no one cares. So she's
Mhm.
also, I like how she's throwing in his face that she might get COVID because of him.
Right. I would do the same thing.
100%. Also,
Mhm.
I did notice that she put on all of her bronzer so she didn't have to pack it. She was just gonna wear it.
She
on the
did.
plane.
Yes, she did.
All of it. She has to leave. She does have to leave because she is unlegal.
Right. I love that. I love that she's unlegal. Mhm.
Okay, but I
Yeah.
don't know. Listen, and I don't know the laws, but I feel like are they deporting you in the middle of the coronavirus?
So that's what I was going to say. Don't you think there's like a pause? Like, I'm sure even like the visa's like on pause. I don't think it's going to expire while you're here during a pandemic.
I don't know. Like, she's so concerned that she's illegal here, but I'm like, is that really what you're worried about? Or do
Maybe
you
she
need
doesn't
to-
know. She's probably just heard like horror stories about like detention centers and stuff.
I feel like she wants him. Like, she has to be the martyr right now.
Yeah, she does have to be a martyr, but also he didn't have to buy her that plane ticket within an hour of calling off the wedding, you know? Because I feel bad. She doesn't know how she's going to get home.
I don't know. I have so many. There's something missing. That's the thing. There's something that we don't know about.
Something definitely happened that we haven't seen for
Right.
sure.
So Tamara petrols up the car, and Natalie is crying.
Mhm.
And then Tamara's like, "Oh, we have to go back to Mike's. He just texted me. We forgot his credit card. We're going to need his credit card for the motel."
Okay. First thought, he couldn't even get her a hotel.
He got her a mo.
But also, you know that they're not going to let her stay there because he's not there with his ID. You can't just use a random guy's credit card, I feel like.
No, I feel like that's not true. I feel like he could have paid for it, And then maybe like
He could have said, she's going to check in,
right.
but
Like,
I don't
there has
know.
to be
I feel like
something.
they're so crazy at hotels about this stuff now.
Yeah, but this is a mo, not a hoe.
Oh, that's true. It's a mo, not a hoe.
And then also, if you need a credit card, maybe just like give her the $20 in cash of this mo.
Right. And I feel like he's playing games as usual.
Right. Or like have Tamra put it on her card and then reimburse Tamra.
Tamra 100% doesn't have a credit card.
Okay. As I was saying that, it was coming out of my mouth. And I was like, that was a silly thing to say.
You're like, do you hear yourself, Tracey?
Well, they go back and Mike is he's like, hey, hey guys, can I have the ring back? And she said,
hate him.
okay. And she said, no, I'm sorry. And then she says that she deserves the ring because she wants to keep it to remember her suffering. So really, is it an engagement ring or is it a
suffering ring? A suffering. Oh, is it a suffering? Did I read your mind?
Yep.
I love you. To suffer ring. For what? Maybe I'm getting a little sharper lately, I think.
You are very sharp. You're a comedic genius, Noelle. Also, I have very bad jokes that
I love these jokes. Keep them coming.
So she has her suffering. I think we all have a suffering.
I do. I have more than one. I have multiple sufferings. I actually do have a suffering. It's from a pawn shop. It was my first engagement ring.
I love it. I really love it. I did like your I do like the
diamond chip ring.
yeah, it's more like a sprinkle of sparkles to me.
Yeah, it's like a chip witch.
Yes. So he says, listen, irregardless of our situation,
Moron.
I still care about you. He's like, can I have one last hug? Now, do you think Mike genuinely wants a hug?
I think he would have macheted her finger off. He would have knifed her hand off.
Okay. I honestly think that he wanted to pat her down for the ring.
Yeah. Squat and cough. Like, I think he would have really gotten in there.
But I like how
smart though. I'm glad she's like, no, thank you.
And then he asked for the ring back again.
But that's what I mean. Oh, and then I you know what I didn't like is he was going to accuse her of selling it. Like, oh, what are you just going to sell it?
Maybe, probably. We have to pay for this mo. Maybe she wanted a hoe and not a mo.
Right. Maybe she needs to upgrade.
Definitely needs to upgrade. Also, something that I noticed on this trip, Tamra looks like she could be Beau's sister.
See, I thought she looked just like Beau's mother. So funny how that works.
His sister that's had a rough life.
Yeah. What would you say? She looks weathered.
Weathered, definitely weathered. Speaking of weathered, let's talk about Brandon and Julia. There's 1 month until her visa expires, but Corona hits. And here, I'm going to sum it up in one sentence.
Okay.
Julia's mad that Brandon doesn't care more about making the wedding day special. That's it.
Oh, okay. Next couple. Okay.
So Betty's cutting Ron's hair in the backyard.
See, these two have grown on me, Betty and Ron. They're a little
sure.
sillier now.
Definitely. But here's the funny thing. It seems like this is the first day of lockdown.
Sure.
Okay. He needed a haircut the first day of lockdown. It's not like we've been inside for 3 months and now I'm going to attempt to cut his hair. They shut down like 3 hours ago. And she's like, well, I guess now we do everything DIY. She's like, let's drink all the water in the basement.
I love it. And then she's like, somebody was like, oh, you should do that with glasses on. And she's
That
like,
was
oh,
funny.
yeah.
She's like, this makes sense. Also, she's a dog groomer.
Right. Well, I mean, obviously.
She should have put Ron in a cage and then maybe she could have done a better job. Ron and Betty are agreeing with Julia, though. They think that he should be more excited about the wedding.
I mean, I would like my fiance to be more excited about the wedding.
For sure. So now they're worried because they can't have a gathering. So Betty's like, hey, why don't we move up the wedding date, get you guys married on paper, have this little ceremony, and just get it over with. And then we can have a big wedding after Corona. And, they agree.
I think that's a great idea.
Julia said she doesn't have a dress and shoes. Betty's like, listen, I'll take you shopping. Yada, yada, yada. She's upset he doesn't care. So Betty comes in the bedroom to talk to them. And it's like, wow, she's really embraced them having their own bedroom.
I know, right? And it's like, oh, okay. She goes and she sits on the bed with them. She's very
Right?
nice, Betty.
I don't mind her now. So 2 days in 2 days, the pastor will marry them. And then Betty's like, listen, I would offer you my wedding dress, but I don't think it's your style. And we get a glance.
I
of
love
Betty.
it.
Okay. Betty's wedding dress. This is probably, I would say, early 80s.
Yes.
It is the same. This is how I picture your mother's wedding dress.
Okay. That is my mother's wedding dress. Not from my dad.
Right. No. From her second marriage. That was definitely not in the 80s, which is in the actual 2000s.
Yeah. That was her Golden Corral wedding.
I also think I know who probably made their wedding cake.
I think I know too.
I think that, what was her name?
Carol
from Kentucky that made your wedding cake, Noelle, that showed us her portfolio of whipped cream cakes with bridges on them. I think she made Betty and Ron's wedding cake to match her dress, maybe. Even.
I was going to say, I think she made Betty's dress too.
Out of almond buttercream, I think.
Yeah, she fought me hard on the almond buttercream.
So Julia's like, well, why do we even want to get married if you don't even care about this?
Right.
And then Julia's talking about, how he's like so nonchalant about the wedding. And she goes, thank you so much. And then we just go take care of the animals. That was funny.
I mean, she's not wrong.
She's not wrong, but also like, Julia, you're annoying too.
Okay. Here's the thing. I think he's someone that, how like guys in high school didn't want to act excited about anything, didn't want to be like, I love my girlfriend, because it's like lame or quote unquote, like you're like a nerd. That's how he acts. Like he doesn't want to be overly excited about anything. Like it's not cool.
Right.
It's like so annoying.
Yeah. That's exactly who he is. He's like, listen, all my exterminator friends don't think it's so cool that I'm getting married. I'm just going to tell them I'm single.
But I like that he's like, I'm going to save all my excitement for the real wedding.
He's a liar.
Shut up.
Stephanie and Harris.
Your favorite couple.
I can't believe how much I love these segments. I wish the entire show was just not even Harris, just Stephanie. I just want to hear her talking to the camera. They should just let her self-tape.
I do like watching her.
Okay. If you're listening, and you definitely are, next spinoff show is Stephanie Cam. And it's just Stephanie recording herself, unedited, hours and hours and hours of just her talking to the camera and filming herself.
Drunk off box wine.
Yes.
I don't think this is the last we'll see of her, is this show.
No
way.
It can't be.
She's too Darcy.
Yeah,
she's the
great.
modern day Darcy.
Well, it's her last morning together, so he's going to climb this tree and get a coconut. I love the skills. I love the skills.
I have to tell you, I might marry Harris for that skill.
The core strength that it took to get up that coconut
tree. I could
tree.
never get up there.
Well, I couldn't even get 1 foot up that coconut tree.
Also, I couldn't have cracked it open like that either.
Okay, but let's just back.
Yeah.
Stop getting ahead of ourselves. Come on, we're already cracking the coconut, Noelle. He climbs that tree.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen this happen before, right?
Uh-huh.
They climb the tree, they throw some down, and then they come back down.
Yeah.
He only takes 1 coconut.
I know. Nice guy.
I know, but all that climbing, you couldn't even throw an extra coconut down?
I mean, I would have, but I don't know. I have to tell you, watching this, I was like, I see the attraction.
Oh, for sure. So now he wants to be in Michigan. We find out because he has big plans.
Okay. I don't blame him. I respect his hustle.
Right?
I do.
So now, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You could talk about the coconut.
Okay. So now I've never opened a coconut, but I know that it's very, very hard. I've tried. I've never succeeded. I think I'm going to chop my hand off.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how do you do this? I feel like a machete you need, or like a cleaver.
To be honest with you, when I've gotten fresh coconuts, it's always been opened by a machete.
It has been, right?
Yeah.
He cracked it just on the pier. How did he do that?
But also, how much coconut water was in this coconut that he cracked it? He lost half of it, and they still both drank. Like, what was it, like the loaves and fishes in the Bible, where like the coconut water just keeps producing water?
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, this is a small coconut, and this is plentiful.
So she tells him, she's like, listen, when you're in Michigan, you can't climb a coconut tree because it is very chilly there. And he's like, no, it's fine. I'm going to move there.
It's going to be like when Jay came to Pennsylvania. Remember Jay and Ashley?
Freezing.
It was freezing and it was like 60 degrees out.
All right. Well, Ryan is still calling, and she's, she makes sure that she shows everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But she did some digging on Harris, and she finds a picture of him with his baby mama, Emma.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And he's like, listen, she's done with me. She already moved on to her mother's house.
This woman, she's an old lady, though. She's obsessed with Facebook. She is.
Yes.
It's like, look what I found on Facebook.
She's like, look what I found on Facebook. She was tagged in your photo. Meanwhile,
like,
I would love to see Stephanie's Facebook profile. I bet you anything. It's like 12 of the same selfies of her, like taking a selfie, like forgetting that she had the camera backwards,
like the bottom of her chin.
Yes.
Or like where she looks surprised looking at it.
Right.
It's
or like,
so true.
It's the same profile picture, but she puts different things on it, like supporting different causes. The frames.
Tracey, I see this in my mind. Right. It'll be like, like
support the troops,
Cancer Awareness Month, whatever it is. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's what she will do. Okay. Noelle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She also says that she's very guarded.
Okay. She seems very, very guarded.
Okay.
She must wear a chastity belt.
I think her guards are out to lunch.
She's out to lunch
because I don't see anyone holding back. I don't see her holding back for anyone.
That's what I mean. Like the day that Ryan left.
Hours. It took only as long as it took Harris to get on,
plane trains,
the Belize ferry. That's all it took. And he was there. So he's packing.
Right.
And this is how I know they're going to make it, because their relationship is not much unlike yours and I.
Okay.
This is me and you right now. He's packing and she goes, I packed you a snack for your tummy.
I mean, how often do you say that to me? Every time you come over, you're like, look what I bought you to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Look what I made you.
I always bring you a snack. You
brought me a bag of brownies the other day. They were so good.
He's packing in a garbage bag.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you want to hand him money. You want to give these guys $3,000 watches. You can't buy him a duffel bag.
You can't get him a duffel. You can't get him the free duffel bag that comes with the purchase of Tommy cologne.
Right.
Nothing.
You're so right. Mm-hmm.
You can't. No duffel. Okay. So he's not even double bagging this garbage bag.
I know. And he's got a long voyage ahead of him, this guy.
He has to go on 3 boats, 25 trains. He has to walk 2 miles through the jungle. And you think you're going to single ply, like why? Because it's Flex Guard?
I think... You think Febreze scented?
This should be a hefty commercial. It's like our garbage bags could take everything that Stephanie brought Ryan through the jungles of Belize.
I was gonna say it could last through the jungle. I would love to see like where he lives, like the jungle of Belize. I think that's so cool.
It's probably very cool. So now Harris got the $3,000 watch that Ryan got. He got all of the clothes that Ryan got.
Good.
I mean, Harris is cleaning up. He's like, I'm so glad that I stayed slim so I could fit into all Ryan's clothes.
You know what though? I have to tell you, he's very likable. He is. He doesn't seem like gross. I feel like Ryan was gross. He was slimy. I don't think Harris is very slimy.
I think he's a businessman.
Yes.
Asked if the $100 bill she gave him is real. I like that he's not going to splurge on it. He said
he's going to spend it on stuff for his kids. That's great.
I know, but he's like, I know this is for snacks. He's like, but this is 2 weeks of my salary. So I would die if I ate all these snacks and then I wouldn't fit into Ryan's clothes.
That's true. It's a lot of snacks.
She says, I'm sorry, all I have is hundreds. And she takes it out of her purse that looks like $100 bill.
She loves a good theme purse. She really does.
I think her purse was in Pee-wee's Great Adventure.
Yeah, I think so too.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure. So he said that he's just trying to get back to the jungle.
Right.
And Stephanie has an early morning margarita.
Yum.
And Harris wants her to apply right away for a K1 visa. And she said that she's going to rip up Ryan's visa. I think whiteout.
Yeah, she could just white out over it and then highlight Harris's name over it just
Circle
to make
it.
sure it pops.
Maybe write it in a different color marker.
Yeah, okay. She could do that. Maybe she could write in Sharpie even.
Right. And be like, cousin. It's okay, cousin. Similar. But she wants to talk to Emma before this happens. And you know what? That's the first thing that I was like, yeah.
That was actually smart that she's doing.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't blame her for wanting to do that because it's like, so you guys have a picture up from 3.5 weeks ago and you expect me to believe you're not involved at all. You're totally done forever. But that's like her and Ryan. Oh, I'm sorry. 2 hours later, you're done forever.
She's very guarded.
Oh, I know. She's very guarded, especially her twat.
Oh my God, Noelle. I have never liked Rebecca less.
Girl, same.
Also, we're seeing Zayed's a little bit true colors. So they're going to get married the next day. And she just keeps talking about how grateful she is that this resort is going to let her get married. These cabins where we stayed, they're going to let us get married there. Like, they're not busy with weddings.
But also, why is she so mean? This whole episode, she is nasty.
Nasty. So he said that his jacket is red. His shoes are blue. I'm sure he'll wear a white shirt. This is a very patriotic wedding.
I like it.
She wants to know what else they need for the wedding. So they're going to go to Target with no masks, and they're going to get him pants. And she's annoyed that he can't do it himself. Okay, he can't drive.
Right.
You're together, and you're going to what would you like him to do? Would you like him to?
She's looking for something to complain about.
Would you like him to call a tuxedo man in the car? Like,
right.
What do you want?
Would you like Tiffany to take him?
Yeah.
You know,
like you're on your way there. She's so annoying. And he says that she's so much angry.
And he wants blue pants also.
Well, he wants in the true style of a Tunisian wedding, apparently.
Right.
He wants skinny legged, tight blue pants.
I want that for everyday wear.
I'm sure that's very classic Tunisian. She's so nasty. She's so mad that the fitting room isn't open. She's going to fight this lady.
Yeah, she's a bitch.
Okay. How much could pants possibly be from Target? Buy them. Return them if they don't fit.
No, she can't. She can't think on her feet, this woman.
I know. So now she asks if Macarona knows about the wedding.
Also, who cares?
So Zayed calls Macarona.
She's a nasty bitch too, though.
Is.
She really is.
But I like that he calls her and he's like, yeah, we have to get married today because of, our big tradition of Ramadan, where you definitely can't live with the woman if it's during Ramadan. Macarona, right? Right.
And wink, wink.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, I don't know.
She was not interested. She's like, yeah, okay.
So she's like, let me ask you a question. You want to marry her? You want to be the fourth husband? She goes, do you think that the 3 husbands, there was something wrong with all of them? Or do you think it's Rebecca?
She's not wrong.
So she asked him why he wants to marry her. And his answer was he can get a better job and he'll have a better quality of life. And in nowhere in that answer was I love Rebecca.
Okay. I couldn't believe it when he said it because I actually pegged him to love Rebecca. And
nope.
I did.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
No, I know, but I'm saying I can't believe it. Usually, I kind of believed in him. I like him.
I'm going to tell you why I don't believe him. Because she catfished him kind of hard.
She did. He didn't care.
And he didn't care because he's like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I need to get to America. Like, she was okay looking, but that's not why I'm here.
Oh my God. What's going to happen if the day comes and he leaves her too? She's going to lose her mind.
He's going to leave her. So the day before the wedding, she's like, and I didn't even have time to make the cake.
What are you talking about?
Why were you going to make the cake, Rebecca? You don't even you haven't even gotten things out of storage. You're going to make a cake?
Uh-huh. You're gonna make a cake.
First of all, call Carol.
Seriously, Carol's around. I'm
Just
sure
call
she's
her.
not busy
Second
right
of all,
now.
I don't know if you know.
Mhm.
And now I know that, it's obviously, COVID times,
Yeah.
and maybe there's not a bakery open. There's always a Walmart. There's always a BJ sheet
You
cake.
could get a sheet cake. Mhm. You can get an Entenmann's cake.
Oh, delish.
Yeah, I love an Entenmann's cake.
Maybe
I
an
had
Entenmann-
Louisiana Crunch the other day at my in-laws. It was so good.
Maybe an Entenmann's pecan ring, and then you could just pick the pecans off.
Oh, okay.
That was very specific. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Is that what you like?
Mhm.
Oh,
don't
all
like
right. I
it.
like their crumb cake.
I just like to pick the pecans off. So her dress doesn't fit. So she's gonna take it to show Melanie, because Melanie is going to make the dress bigger.
I don't know. And she's now, okay. So let me ask you a question. When she said she was going to wear, she has a white corset for underneath it.
Okay.
Does that mean to like try to make her like a little
Mhm.
smaller? Or
Mhm.
does that mean in case the dress won't zipper, she has something white underneath it?
Okay. I don't know, but I'm scared at all of those options. The other
No.
option that I was thinking was that she was going to put the corset over the dress to cover the back that doesn't fit. Okay. So she said that not a lot of people are coming. And her son and his wife and the kids aren't coming because of COVID. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's the thing. It's like she's being a baby too.
Yes.
What are
She's
you
being a baby.
doing?
So she takes out her dress. Okay.
Mhm.
This is a halter style communion dress for a
Uh-huh.
child.
Yes. I wore this to my communion. Yes.
I can't believe it. It's actually, to be honest with you, it's the same exact cut as my prom dress, just a different color.
It is the same. I know. It is the same.
What
Mhm.
happened to you? Also, if
Something
the dress
not
doesn't
good.
fit, buy something that does.
Right. I don't understand. Like what her as a human being, she is really annoying.
So annoying.
Yeah.
Okay, can you imagine she's your manager at the chicken place?
Joella's.
Joyella's? Can you
Mhm.
imagine she is your Joyella's chicken manager?
She's also the type of manager that like if she pissed me off and I yelled at her, she'd be the victim and like
Yes.
cry in the office. And it's like,
Oh.
oh, great. Mhm.
Noelle. She cries in the office so much.
Yes. Like I cannot deal. She's like a wet blanket. I can't deal with her.
She's the kind of fast food manager
Mhm.
that probably like she's supposed to like check the employees' bags to see if they stole anything on the way out, and she's
Yes.
crying in the office and she can't.
Yes. Yes.
And
that is
she
who
also gives people like bad shifts,
right.
and she won't fix it because she has too many personal problems.
Oh, yeah, that is who she is. Yeah, she's
You
the
call out
worst.
to her and she's like, well, find someone to replace that shift. I can't deal with this.
I can't. I have too much. I have an ex from Morocco, and
I
you
know.
know,
I have 3 exes from Morocco.
I'm married to a 27-year-old. You know, he's in Tunisia and he's here, and his sister Macarona.
He connected my credit card to his PlayStation. Tariq and Hazel, they want Ori to try on a dress. She doesn't want to.
Right.
Okay. There's no storyline here. So she's gonna come out to her family. And
Okay. Also, why?
okay, but I do
Yeah.
enjoy this. She says, and this is a quote, my parents are very religious. And then you cut to the scenes of them screaming and writhing around on the floor in the born again Christian church.
Tracy, that like freaked me out.
Noelle, I don't even think, did you see the original episode?
I
of
didn't
that?
see that.
Very
No,
scary.
I don't feel good about it because I feel like I think somebody else's parents are like that too.
Mhm.
That freaks me out.
Noelle, why is she coming? Listen, I mean, not that she shouldn't come out to her parents if she wants to, but she's like, before I get married, I have to come out to
That's
my
what I was
parents.
gonna say. She's making it like very specifically now.
Why? You're marrying a man
Right.
in a straight relationship, but you have to come out. It's very strange.
Mhm.
I think they're very confused. We find out also that her sister is bisexual.
Right.
So she video chats with her parents and she says, would you be angry if I like women? And her mom says, oh no.
It's unacceptable. Mhm.
Then she tells them that she's going to have a girlfriend. And her mom says that they're going to pray the gay away.
I mean, I've seen documentaries about this.
And
Mhm.
her dad's fine with it. Now, okay, I think that they're also confused because of this. Because you're bisexual,
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter because you're marrying someone. You're marrying Tariq, who's a man.
Right.
You could still totally be bisexual because that means that, you know, who
You're
are
attracted.
is
Right.
that you're attracted to men and women. That's fine. You just happen to find Tariq and that's who you've chosen to be your partner.
Sure.
Okay. It does not mean
Mm-hmm.
that you get a girlfriend when you get married.
She thinks that's what it is.
That is a non-monogamous relationship.
Also, I want her to stop pretending that she wants Tariq involved in this relationship
Right.
she has with a woman. Mhm.
Correct. Okay. So now she has a bachelorette party that is uncomfortable.
It was very awkward.
Okay. So she goes with Tariq's friends and they all got corona tested. And
Right.
she said that she's just seen bachelorette parties on TV and he has a surprise for her. So her friend Michelle also comes from Instagram.
That's cute.
And her friend Michelle has a retainer,
Okay. Yes. Yes, she does.
but her teeth aren't straight.
Her teeth are like jagged. Like, but just to this, like,
But I
don't
don't
know how to
understand.
explain
So
it.
why
They're
do you have
sloped.
a retainer's for after you have braces to keep them straight?
Uh-huh.
I feel like she didn't wear it for a long time and then she just put it on for this. She was like, should I wear my retainer and jazz up my teeth?
Yes.
A little,
Like maybe she didn't even wear braces.
a little pizzazz. How do I make my teeth sparkle? I don't have enough time to order a custom grill. Let me wear my retainer from 8th grade.
It'll match my necklace.
So a stripper comes in a bikini.
Just walks in the
With a mask.
bikini.
Right. So I don't know. Stripper. Okay. So let's talk about a stripper. A stripper starts off with clothes on, usually,
Yeah.
especially a stripper that walks into a bachelor party.
Sure.
Or bachelorette party.
Usually like dressed in some type of theme, like a
It's a
top.
It's a strip
Right.
tease.
Right.
Okay. In a bikini, just twerking in a bikini.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this, that stripper struck gold that day.
But also, Angela, was she offended by it? She couldn't sit in the room. She walked away. She was in the next room.
Okay, but like, how long are we just going to watch a stranger twerk?
But that's what I'm saying. Like nothing was happening. So you couldn't, don't you watch like videos? This is what Cardi B does on stage. You know what I
but
mean?
can you imagine you're that stripper
Mhm.
and usually you have like disgusting men like grabbing at you and you fear for your
saying
safety.
nasty things.
And then
Yeah.
you walk into a tea party in the afternoon
Yes.
with some nice ladies.
Mm-hmm.
And all
Ladies
you have
who
to do-
lunch.
ladies who lunch. And you just wear your bikini.
Yeah, it was an easy job, if not awkward though. It was definitely a little awkward.
I think it turned into a twerking class.
Listen, but that's what I was saying. I was thinking the whole time, like, I would be like, can you show me? Like,
Yes.
teach me, because you're amazing.
I know. I like how her friend is like, are you going to smack her butt?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Like, you should do it. Go smack her butt. Uh-huh. It was cute.
All right. Well, speaking of butt, let's talk about Andrew and Amira. So he says that she had a panic attack and didn't get on the plane. But then we see the real story. So
Uh-huh.
24 hours earlier, she's crying in her hotel. And Andrew called her
Mm-hmm.
to fight about having kids.
Right. Like basically telling her, I don't think we're compatible. This isn't going to work out. Like he's
Right.
testing her this whole time.
So he texts her and he gives her an option. He's like, do you want this ticket to go to Paris or this ticket to come here? Choose wisely.
And then he's like, but if you come here, I want you to know I'm still angry. You're coming to an
Right.
angry fiance.
Yes. So
I want to go home.
This is a quote from him. The children at the daycare are far better team players.
Nasty.
The children at the daycare also think I'm super cool and they respect me.
Okay, you're a prick. I don't think
I
they
just-
said
I
that.
added- I
Yeah,
added
I was gonna say I don't think they said that.
The children at the daycare said I'm the coolest daycare dad ever. Also, the children at the daycare think I'm so cool. They come to my night care. Okay. They want to hang out with me in night care. They asked their parents if they could stay for night care because they are super cool and they know that they respect me. You, on the other hand,
You don't
go to
respect
Paris.
me.
You go to
Mhm.
Paris. So now she goes to the airport.
Right.
She's still going to get on the plane. Okay. And then
She's
he
a
calls
trooper.
her to
Mhm.
remind her that he's going to like beat her brains in when she gets there.
But like, does he expect her still to come? Is he trying to break her as a human?
He's like, all right, remember when you got off the plane to Mexico and you were in jail?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to wish you were in jail because I'm going to get you and I am very angry and you're in a foreign land with me, good luck.
Yeah. I would have been like, I'm going home. I want that ticket to France.
Yep. So she calls her dad. Her dad's like, come home right now. And
I'm glad her dad wasn't mean to her about it.
I didn't think her dad was going to
Like, I told you so, you know?
He'll say that when she gets there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm glad that he didn't attack her while she was there.
No. And then he says, also, by the way,
Mhm.
can I have the rings back?
Well, he is disgusting. He got a lesson from Mike.
I know. And then she's like, oh, no, thank you. And he's like, actually, can you come here and give me a hug? He's like, just one last hug would be really, really nice. So I have a screenshot of the text that he sent her.
Ooh,
so
okay.
she says, are you sure about it? And he says, you've been given a lot more rope to hang yourself with, so it's on you. The children at the daycare are far better team players. You make your choices. You shoot yourself in the foot. If you've got any talking to do, I strongly suggest you engage me now. My time is limited. And then he says, it's been 30 minutes from my initial offer to help. I have but 60 more seconds in me. 5, 4.
Ew. Ew. See, here's the thing. He thinks he's speaking like eloquently, but
Yes.
there is an undertone of like danger to that, like violence. There's like a
Yes.
violent undertone, like a threatening undertone.
Very, very threatening.
I'm so glad she didn't go. I'm so glad she didn't go. She really dodged a bullet.
She really did. If you guys want to talk more about this episode or anything else that we talked about on the podcast or didn't talk about on the podcast, check us out at stereo.com/Trixie2Zini. You're going to download the Stereo app. You're going to follow me at Trixie2Zini, Noelle at Noe Girl. We have a show called The Trash Talk After Show. We're
That's
going
right,
to
we
be
do.
live Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you're going to be able to interact with us as per usual. We've had so many of our fans and listeners come. We want you to come now. Now, if you're listening and you've been coming to our stereos, this isn't for you. This isn't a message for you. Okay. You can shut this off now. Okay. Everyone else who's left, download Stereo right now. It's right there. If you click the link in the show notes, it's going to take you right there. We're going to have such a fun time. I want you to try to make it. I know you're at church a lot on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I want you to try to make it live. If you can't by any chance, you can listen to it at any time.
You know, people are always afraid to try something new. Don't be. Stereo is a lot of fun. Now that we've been using it, I've been using it a lot too.
Right?
Yeah, it's so fun. I really like it.
I'm doing a lot of listening on there. Check that out. Make sure you join the Patreon at patreon.com/trash talk podcast for over 200 bonus episodes. We have literally all different things. We have unexpected trash talk, 16 and pregnant trash talk, 90-day fiance self-quarantine trash talk. We have so many things. Check it out at patreon.com/trash talk podcast. Remember, I'm on Cameo, and also we have stickers for sale. We have magnets for sale. 90-day fiance trash talk. Check us out at Trixie2Zini, and Noelle is at Noe Girl, and the show is at 90-day podcast on Instagram and Twitter. And we will see you next week. All right.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.